Okay, the electronic splash. I've mentioned it in a few videos. Basically, the electronic splash is if you're traveling somewhere and you have to change your method of travel, it's texting somebody with frequent updates to let them know where you are. You are not trying to get a conversation going. This person does not have to reply to you at all, ever, but you're just letting them know where you are. So, a case in point, if you've told people, next Saturday I'm going to Bedworth, which is just outside Coventry, and it is, by the way, the Vegas of the Midlands. If you've never been to Bedworth, you're missing out. Going to Bedworth for a seminar or for a course, whatever. Next Saturday, I'm off. Nobody then sees you until Monday or Tuesday the following week, where people start going, has anyone seen him? No. Well, last I heard, he was off to Coventry on Saturday. So then they try your phone, nothing. They email you, they check your social media. Finally, someone comes to your house, there's no answer. So it's been about a week now since anyone's actually last seen you in person. Then they tell the police, and the police go, oh shit, we've got the entire length and breadth of the country over a week to find him. Okay. If you tell somebody with constant little updates, it's easy to find you. So 7 o'clock in the morning, send whoever the person is a text saying, on the train station. 7:15, on the train, pulling out. 20 to 8, at Crewe Station, gotta wait 40 minutes now until my train through to Nuneaton. Then an update with, on the train to Nuneaton. Then a train update with, changing at Nuneaton for the train to Bedworth. Then, at Bedworth Station, walk into the venue. A little while after that, at the venue, we'll let you know how it's going during our lunch break. 2 hours after that, lunch break, it's going really well, or I'm really scared and I don't want to be here no more. 2 hours after that, leaving now to go back to the train station. A little bit after that, calamity with changing at Birmingham or Coventry, we don't know where we're going, we're going to get lost. A little bit after that, at Crewe Station, 15-minute wait for my train to Chester. After that, on the train to Chester. After that, at home now, great day, can't wait to do it again. Simple. You don't need them to reply to you at all, you're just giving people updates. So that, if later that night, after at Crewe Station, 15 minutes from the next train, if they've then gone an hour without hearing from you, they will get in touch. It may be that you've forgotten to send them the quick text, whatever. They get in touch. If there's no response then, they phone. If there's no response then, they can phone the police local to you and say, look, I don't want to worry you, but he's been keeping me up to date the entire time. Now all of a sudden it's gone dead. There's no response whatsoever. Could you just please send someone by his house to check that he's got home safely? This is something the police will do. It's not an emergency, it's not a priority, they're not going to rush to do it. But if you phone up the local police station and say, this is where the guy lives, I should have heard from him, can you please, I'm worried about him, can you send someone? They will send someone to check the premises. This now means that the police, if they're looking for you, because you've suddenly vanished, can go straight to the last place, which was Crewe train station. He got in at this time, he said it was 15 minutes for his train to Chester, so the police can go there and say, right, what platform would the train from Coventry have come in on? That platform. If it was 15 minutes till this, oh, it would have been the train that got in at 3 o'clock. They can then go to the footage and they know exactly what 5-minute period of time to watch the exact platform in the exact train station. This gives them a much better chance of finding you than an entire week length and breadth of the country. So we can then see if you left the train station if you're on a cord. We can then see if two people came and hustled you out of the train station. It gives a much better chance to find you. Again, you don't need the person to reply to you. It's just literally sending out a little thing. So if you imagine the journey on a map, every now and then there's just a little boop, boop, which is a little electronic splash. Make sure the person you send this to is going to be home that evening. There's no point in having the person you're sending these texts to be the person that's actually just flown off to Magaluf for 2 weeks. because they're not in a position to get in touch with anybody, and they're not in a position where they're going to be paying attention. It helps if it's somebody like a spouse or a parent or someone that you live with who you know is going to be back home. Someone who will be aware that you're gone and who actually cares enough for you to come back. If it's just a mate who's working that night or a mate who's going to be out doing stuff all day, they're not going to be paying attention and they're not going to care. And there's a good chance that when they get home, they're going to switch off and they're going to forget about you and your journey. If it's a parent, it's inbuilt that they're going to worry about you constantly until they hear that you're safely home. If it's a spouse, hopefully they'll notice that you haven't come back yet. If it's just a flatmate or a roommate or whatever, hopefully they'll also notice. But it's got to be someone who does care about you and will check for your updates. So again, it's not something that's going to break the bank. It's not going to cost you a fortune to do this. It doesn't take a great deal of time. If it takes you more than 10 seconds per text message, then it's literally on the train to Chester, on the train to Crewe, swapping it and Eton. You're not writing War and Peace. It's a very succinct, simple, brief message to say where you are, at what time, and where you're headed. That's all it is. So it's part of the Travel Safe syllabus. It also works really well if you're on a first date with somebody and the person that you've met up with suggests going to a second venue. If they say, let's go to another bar, let's go to this club, let's go over here, blah, blah, blah. It works really well so that someone knows where you were headed. I think that's it. If you have any comments or questions about it, please do comment. Please do let me know. I'm happy to answer any and all questions if I can. And if I can't, I'm quite happy to go to the people that taught me and ask them, pester them. So, everything I teach has worked. I use the electronic splash constantly, and it will work for you too.